The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation in Donetsk direction, as a result of active action by units of the Yug group of forces, operational tactical and army aviation, artillery, and heavy flamethrower systems. 5 attacks by AFU units have been repelled near Minkovka, Krasnoy, Avdiivka, and north of Kleshchivka, Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses were up to 370 Ukrainian servicemen, 2 tanks, 6 armored fighting vehicles, 4 motor vehicles, 2 US-manufactured M777 artillery systems, 1 Polish-manufactured Krab self-propelled artillery unit, and 1 D-20 howitzer. In Zaporizhzhia direction, as a result of skillful actions by units of the Russian grouping of troops, 3 attacks by assault groups of the 46th Airmobile Brigade of the AFU have been repelled close to Rabotino and Uspenivka, Zaporizhzhia region. The enemy losses were up to 40 Ukrainian servicemen, 3 armored fighting vehicles, 4 motor vehicles, 1 Gozdika self-propelled artillery system, and 1 D-30 howitzer. Russian artillery hit a Ukrainian deployment point. A temporary enemy base was captured on the surveillance drone camera. After confirming the building complex as an enemy meeting point, the surveillance camera relayed coordinates to the artillery team. Shortly after, a barrage of artillery shots followed. The Ukrainian forces' losses from this attack have not been counted yet. Russia and Ukraine conflict has been lasting for 532 days. There is still no peace settlement between two sides. The Armed Forces of Russia shows footage first-person view, FPV, drones destroy various types of enemy equipment. The Russian-Ukrainian battlefield has turned into a showcase of drone sophistication, rendering the enemy unable to evade. Heavy artillery, enemy hideouts, and enemy movements are all exposed through the use of drones. The Armed Forces of Ukraine shows footage of combat training. Skill and professionalism are hardened not only in combat, but also during regular training and combat coordination. The soldiers of the 115th Separate Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine demonstrate this to us. The armed forces of Ukraine shows footage of destroying enemy's warehouses. Fighters of the 47th Separate Artillery Brigade inflict fire damage on the warehouses of the occupiers. The strike was guided by a reconnaissance drone. The reconnaissance drone sends target coordinates to the artillery team. The armed forces of Ukraine continue to conduct an offensive operation in the Melitopol and Berdyansk directions. The offensive attempts are entrenched at the reached boundaries, and carry out counter-battery countermeasures. Over the past day, the aviation of the Ukrainian forces has struck 10 areas where the enemy's personnel, weapons and military equipment are concentrated. Units of missile forces and artillery during the day hit 2 control points, 5 artillery means in firing positions, an ammunition warehouse and 2 radio-electronic warfare stations of the enemy. The armed forces of Ukraine reported on August 9 that Russia had lost 251,620 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of its full-scale invasion on February 24, 2022 last year. This number includes 820 casualties Russian forces suffered just over the past day. According to the General Staff of Ukraine's Armed Forces report, Russia has also lost 4,262 tanks, 8,290 armored fighting vehicles, 5,013 artillery systems, 711 multiple launch rocket systems, 469 air defense systems, 315 airplanes, 312 helicopters, 4,175 drones, 18 boats, 7,479 vehicles and fuel tanks, and 742 special equipments. Lieutenant General Igor Konashenkov, the Russian Federation Defense Ministry spokesman, August 8 said, "In total the armed forces of Ukraine have been losing 458 airplanes, 245 helicopters, 5,600 unmanned aerial vehicles, 428 air defense missile systems, 11,204 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles. Also 1,144 fighting vehicles equipped with MLRS, 5,819 field artillery cannons and mortars, as well as 12,155 special military motor vehicles have been destroyed during the special military operation."
Бажаю здоров'я, шановні українці, українки. Коротко звітую за цей день. Основне за сьогодні тривалі і дуже детальні, важливі наради з нашими військовими. Спочатку ставка, особливий формат, вузьке коло, тільки ключові особи. Розбирали поточну ситуацію на передовій, на основних напрямках наших наступальних дій. Те, що вдається, те, що потребує посилення. Те, що ми плануємо на найближчий час. Були доповіді головкому, командувачів, які безпосередньо займаються східними та південними напрямками, а також доповідь керівника ГУР. Окремо після цього відбулася також особлива комунікація наших командувачів, керівника Офісу міжнародників із партнерами щодо забезпечення наших воїнів боєприпасами, технікою. Завдання у всіх в Україні одне – збільшувати потенціал наших можливостей на фронті та послаблювати все те, чим окупанти намагаються тиснути на наших воїнів чи обмежувати Україну. Сьогодні є хороша новина від Німеччини, саме те, про що ми домовились з Олафом Шольцем. Є додаткові установки Петріот. Дуже дякую, Олафе, тобі. Для захисту наших людей це потрібно від російського терору. Дякую Німеччині, канцлеру особисто за виконання цієї домовленості. Це точно врятує тисячі життів наших людей, точно наблизить нас до створення повноцінного повітряного щита для України. Це допоможе людям, містам, селам. Сьогодні російські терористи знову ударили по Запоріжжю, влучання по звичайній забудові, пошкоджено церкву, житловий будинок. Станом на зараз відомо про те, що є загиблі, на жаль, є поранені. Мої співчуття рідним та близьким, хто втратив своїх близьких людей. Ми щотижня працюємо заради того, щоб у наших захисників неба було більше систем ППО і ракети до них. Завтра я продовжую цю роботу, максимально стараюсь, щоб дати більший захист неба. На всю нашу територію потрібно значно більше систем ППО, ніж є зараз. Крок за кроком ми перетворюємо це значно більше на конкретні можливості наших повітряних сил, наших зенітників, наших мобільних вогневих бригад. Готуємо більше конкретики щодо сучасних винищувачів для наших воїнів. Не маю сумніву, F-16 будуть у нас в небі. Я дякую всім, хто допомагає нам захищати людей від терору Росії. Дякую всім, хто з нами прагне повного звільнення української землі від окупанта. Звичайно, дякую кожному нашому солдату, кожному сержанту, офіцеру, генералу, які дають Україні такі потрібні результати на фронті. Сьогодні особлива подяка 35-й окремій бригаді морської піхоти та 55-й окремій артилерійській бригаді. Ви просто молодці, воїни. Слава усім, хто б'ється заради України, заради кожного з нас, заради кожної з нас. Слава усім, хто рятує життя. Слава Україні!
The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. In the Kupiansk direction, assault detachments of the Zapad group of forces, using the results of fire defeat of aviation and artillery, continued to conduct offensive operations on a wide front in the areas of responsibility, improving the tactical situation. As a result of professional and well-coordinated actions by Russian units, 6 attacks and counter-attacks by units of the 14th, 32nd, 41st and 67th mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces have been repelled close to Novoselovskoye in Lugansk People's Republic and Mankovka of Kharkov region. In addition, Ukrainian manpower and hardware concentration areas of the 67th Mechanized Brigade and the 103rd Territorial Defense Brigade have been hit close to Sinkovka and Kislovka in Kharkov region. The enemy losses were up to 75 Ukrainian servicemen, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 3 motor vehicles, 1 Polish-made Kroab self-propelled artillery system, and 1 US-made AN-TPQ-50 counter-battery radar station. In the Donetsk direction, as a result of active actions by units of the U group of forces, operational tactical and dummy aviation, artillery and heavy flamethrower systems, 5 attacks by Ukrainian units have been repelled near Minkovka, Krasnoye, Avdiivka and northern part of Klishchiivka in Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses were up to 370 Ukrainian servicemen, 2 tanks, 6 armored fighting vehicles, 4 motor vehicles, 2 US-made M777 artillery systems, 1 Polish-made Krupp self-propelled artillery unit, and 1 D-20 howitzer. In the Zaporozhye direction, as a result of skillful actions by units of the Russian group of troops, 3 attacks by assault groups of the 46th Air Mobile Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces have been repelled close to Rabotino and Uspenovka in Zaporozhye region. The enemy losses were up to 40 Ukrainian servicemen, 3 armored fighting vehicles, 4 motor vehicles, 1 Gvozdika self-propelled artillery system, and 1 D-30 howitzer. In the Krasny Liman direction, units of the Center Group of Forces, supported by aviation and artillery, successfully repelled 2 enemy attacks by assault groups of the 21st and 42nd Mechanized Brigades, close to Terny and Grigorovka in Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses were up to 80 Ukrainian servicemen, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 3 pickup trucks, and 1 D-20 howitzer. In the South Donetsk direction, units of the Vostok Group of Forces, in cooperation with aviation and artillery, have foiled attempts by the enemy to conduct combat reconnaissance near Priyutnoye in Zaporozhye region. The actions of 1 Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance group have been suppressed near Urozhainoye in Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses were up to 180 Ukrainian servicemen, 1 tank, 3 armored fighting vehicles, 2 pickup trucks, 1 Polish-made Krupp self-propelled artillery system, 2 Gyatsint B guns, and 1 Akatsia self-propelled howitzer. In the Kherson direction, the enemy losses were up to 50 Ukrainian servicemen, 2 motor vehicles, 1 US-made M777 artillery system, 1 Gyatsint B gun, 1 Gvozdika self-propelled artillery system, as well as 1 D-30 howitzer. Operational, tactical and dummy aviation, missile troops and artillery of the armed forces of the Russian Federation have neutralized manpower and military equipment in 132 areas. Air defense facilities have shot down 9 projectiles launched by HIMARS MLRS. In addition, 35 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles have been shot down close to Alshana of Kharkov region, Lysychansk, Kremenная in Lugansk People's Republic, Rovnopol, Nikolskoye and Orlinskoye in Donetsk People's Republic, Chumatskoye in Zaporozhye region, and Alyoshki in Kherson region. In total, 458 airplanes, 245 helicopters, 5,600 unmanned aerial vehicles, 428 air defense missile systems, 11,204 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,144 fighting vehicles equipped with MLRS, 5,000.
Terima kasih sudah nonton, jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan share ya!